Hey y'all, so it is Wednesday, December 12th, and this is actually a vlog from, I want to say, from Saturday. And I have not vlogged. I didn't vlog Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. I'm vlogging today. I just wanted to get on here and say that I'm really sorry that I, basically abandoned Vlogmas for 3 or 4 days. I had finals, and I'm finally done with finals, though. I am completely done. I don't have any more work that I need to do. All my tests are done. All my assignments are turned in. Papers are turned in. But I am so sorry that all of that, got in the way. But I had to focus on that. School is obviously a #1 priority, and editing. I had no time to even heartily eat, let alone vlog and read and edit. So I couldn't do all of it. And I know that I probably should have at least vlogged, and then I could have combined footage, but I was honestly so tired and stressed out and having so many panic attacks that I couldn't even function properly. You can see that I'm stressed. Look at that breakout. Look at my connect the dots breakout. Are you serious? And oh my God, I'm so red. I probably have fever. Yeah, I definitely have fever. Broke out. Eyebrows are almost gone from picking them because I'm me. It's been rough. It's been rough, I'm not gonna lie. Christmas break is finally here and I'm so excited. So a lot of reading will be happening the rest of the month, rest of the year, and I am so excited about that. So starting off the day, or the Christmas break by reading, and you'll hear about oh my God, you'll hear more about that in tomorrow's vlog. And there will be a vlog tomorrow. I promise. Just wanted to clarify that in the beginning of this, that Vlogmas will continue now. I am going to upload for Saturdays. I'm not going to delete that footage. I'm going to go ahead and upload it for today, and then tomorrow it'll be back to regular Vlogmas. The days will be right and everything. But sorry, I skipped 3 days. That's all. So enjoy the vlog. I will see y'all in a second. Bye. Hey y'all, so it is Saturday, December 8th, and I am about ready to sit down and really study for finals. I've moved my setup into my bedroom. I'm about ready to really sit in here and study, but I wanted to start day 8 of the vlog. I'm about ready to edit and upload day 5, 6, and 7. So it's gonna be 3 days in one vlog, but day 6, I vlogged once. I'm gonna go ahead and do that before I start studying for finals, but finals has definitely kind of put a halt on Vlogmas, and I'm really sorry about that, but obviously this is more important. I have to focus on finals. I have to focus on school. This is the #1 priority. Wanted to tell y'all a funny little story that happened yesterday. Here, let me sit down. Yesterday when we were out, this is what happened. Sorry, I'm trying to get my head straight. Yesterday when we went out to go to my OBGYN, we were driving there, and my daddy was driving, because we all went as, we didn't all go as a family to the OBGYN, but my dad drove me and my mom there, and then my brother and him had to go do some other things in that same city. So yeah, we all just drove there together, and then we ate dinner after. So we were driving there, and my daddy kind of did something stupid. He changed lanes he changed 3 lanes in one go. So he just was all the way over here and it was clear, and so then he just went all the way over. You're not supposed to do that, it's illegal. There is a sheriff though that is kind of really disguised well, because we had no idea he was the cop. There's a sheriff in the middle lane, and my daddy is at this point in the far left-hand lane. So the cop sees my dad do this and brakes. And then my daddy sees the sheriff, and he's like, oh, I f***ed up, I did something stupid, I'm about ready to get a ticket, I was kind of speeding too, that doesn't help. The sheriff, at this point, slows down a lot. It's 60, the speed limit's 60. And my daddy, we noticed that our speed is going down and down, because at this point the sheriff is in front of us and we're behind the sheriff, and my daddy's like, I'm not passing the sheriff because he's gonna give me a ticket. And we noticed though that we go from 60 to 55 to 50 to 45 to 40 all the way down to 35, and my daddy goes, I'm gonna have to pass him. My daddy passes him, And then the police officer gets behind my daddy, and then we have to turn left at a stoplight. So we get in the left turning lane, and the cop gets in there. And my daddy's like, I'm getting a ticket. And then he sees the cop get out of the car and come to my dad's car. My dad rolls down the window, and he's like, will you pull into this gas station right over here? So we pull into the gas station. At this point, we're going to be late for our appointment already because of this. So, like, we're stressed out. The cop we sit there for 10 minutes, and the cop tells us that he's bringing another unit over. And we were so confused by this. We were like, why is he bringing a unit over? Why can't you give us a ticket? What the hell is happening here? So we sit there. This cop doesn't communicate with us after that. Like, after he tells us at that lane, when we're turning, like, after he gets out of his car and tells us that we need to go into the gas station, he talked to us for maybe 5 seconds. And then he doesn't speak to us anymore. He doesn't come out of his car. We sit there for 10 minutes, okay? Then all of a sudden, we see 3 police cars with their lights on hauling ass to the gas station, and we're freaking out because we're like, what is happening? We've never had this happen. I've been pulled over once. My mom has been pulled over a few times. My daddy's been pulled over a few times, and this has never happened. We're so confused. We don't know what's happened. He was like, this is just because I did an illegal lane change. Like, what the hell is happening? And we were so scared, and like, he wasn't speeding a lot either. So it's like he was going 5 miles over or something. Like, it wasn't that serious. Like, it's not like he was doing something like horrible. So we didn't understand what was happening. One of the police cars leaves. Like, out of the 3 that was pulling in, one of them just circles the gas station, I guess to make sure that we weren't going to like run away. And then the 2 police officers that come in pull up next to the sheriff. Then the sheriff leaves. And we're like, what the hell is happening? We have a male police officer come up to us, and then a female police officer come up to us. The male comes up, asks for my daddy's driver's license. He gives it to him, and then they start asking us these questions. They're like, so can you show me where your siren is? And we all look, and we're like, a siren? What the hell? What siren? And we were like one that goes, woo, woo, woo. And they were like, yeah. And we were like, we don't have a siren in here. And they just kind of looked at us, and they started looking at each other, and they knew the situation was weird because it was just a weird situation. They started asking us, like, did y'all hear a siren? And we said, no, we didn't hear anything. And they were like, and you don't have a siren in this car? And my daddy goes, no, you can look. Like, I know that, like, we don't have to do that. Like, because we don't. Like, y'all would need, like, a warrant. But y'all can look because we don't have anything to hide in here. So he pulls up. And he was like, the cop's like, well, you know, like, it is sound ridiculous, but if you wouldn't mind showing us your, like, glove box and your center console, like, if you could just show us that there's nothing in there. We lift it. Obviously, there's nothing in there. My daddy's like, if you want me to pop the hood, we can pop the hood. We can go look. And the cop's like, no, this is ridiculous. Y'all didn't do anything. We're like, and they were laughing. They were really cool cops. Like, they were cool. I know not all police officers are that cool. And also the fact that we're white helps a lot. Like, I mean, seriously, because if we were not, that whole situation would have been handled differently, unfortunately. But that's just the truth of the matter, and it's really sad. And I told my daddy after this all was over, I was like, this is what white privilege is. The fact that we're white is why we got out of that situation. And the fact that it didn't get drawn out, the fact that it wasn't made a bunch worse, the fact that they didn't do all these extra things, it was because we're white. If we would have been a different skin color, it would have been a whole different story, and that's just the way it is. And if anybody wants to argue with me with that, it's just the truth. It's the truth. Basically, the cops are laughing at this point, and these cops are really nice. They're very nice. The 2 that are talking to us at this point, they're super cool. They're super nice, and they're kind of just like laughing at this point, and they're like, why? And they basically explained to us what's happening. They said, basically, the sheriff thought that you were trying to impersonate a police officer because you did a 3-lane change and you get really, really close behind this truck. And he thought you were trying to pull them over, and he swears he heard a siren. And we were like, well, he didn't, because we didn't hear anything. And if he did hear something, it didn't come from this car. Then they were like, yeah, because we came to your car. We saw that y'all were like a family, like a man with his 2 kids and his wife in the car. Also, y'all don't have a typical cop car. Y'all have a RAV4 Toyota and it's red. Red cars are what cops go after red cars. Believe me, we've been pulled over enough times to know that cops like red cars. They were like, we thought it was ridiculous when we pulled in and saw all of y'all sitting here in this red Toyota. They were like, how would you even get a siren? And why would y'all draw that much attention to yourself? You wouldn't. She was like, it didn't make any sense. She was like, it all didn't make sense. So we were so confused. And I honestly wanted to ask what that sheriff was drinking. I was like, was he drunk? Like, what's he doing? Like, is he serious? Did we literally just sit here for 25 minutes? We're late to our doctor's appointment because this guy thought he heard a siren. We didn't get a ticket or anything. They apologized all over themselves, said that they were sorry for wasting our time and that they thought it was ridiculous and everything. And basically what happened was the reason the sheriff wouldn't talk to us, because we couldn't figure out why he wouldn't even explain to us what was happening. He wouldn't say anything. He just had to pull into the gas station and that another unit was coming. He was out of his jurisdiction. He actually shouldn't have pulled us over. We were basically illegally detained in a gas station for 10 minutes. And what he heard was false. He falsified a circumstance. And they were annoyed because they had their time wasted. And basically, I think they went to talk to their superior about it because it was ridiculous. It was a crazy situation. Like, only that would happen to our family. Seriously, I can't imagine anything else not happening. Like, you'd think we'd be surprised after all the crazy happened, because we have a lot of crazy stories. My family has a lot of crazy stories that's happened to us over the years. Just stuff that you'd never expect to happen to you. And I was just like, this is insane, but it's a funny story to tell. So I thought I'd tell y'all what happened, but it was the craziest that has ever happened to me. I just can't believe it happened. I still can't believe it happened. So now I'm gonna sit here and study for finals and watch The Office. Right now it's on Parks and Rec, but I'm gonna watch The Office because I haven't seen Parks and Rec all of it. Still trying to watch that show and it'll be distracting for me. So we're gonna watch The Office and do finals, study for finals, and maybe try to like do some of the assignments that I have to do tomorrow night. But that's all. This is 11 minutes, so I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna edit my video and then I'm gonna do finals and all that. But I will update y'all later. Bye. Hey y'all, so it is, I think, about 8 o'clock and I'm done studying for the day. I'm so tired and my brain is like hurting and I kind of just really want to sit here tonight and read a pleasure book and not do any more school. I have literally spent all day reading Mr. Norrell and Jonathan Strange, or Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, and taking notes, like, and looking at all the articles my teacher posted and everything. Like, I finished the book, so that's good. I'm done with the book, but like, I'm like taking notes and everything, like from the articles, and trying to like really retain all the information, and it's just been like a stressful day. So I haven't gotten the 2 assignments that are due tomorrow done, but I have a little bit more reading to do with articles, and then I'm going to do those 2 assignments, and hopefully it won't take me too long tomorrow. But tonight I have City of Lost Souls in my hands. I'm on page 200. And I want to get to the halfway point at least tonight, which is 267. That is the halfway point in this book, and I would be very, very, very happy with that. It's getting a little bit more interesting now. I know I said in my last vlog that the Shadow Hunters, like for me, City of Fallen Angels was pretty boring. And the first 200 pages of this, honestly, like especially towards the beginning, were very, I don't know, just hard to get through for me. And I don't know if it was because I just wasn't in the mood for it. Because like I read so much Shadow Hunters at the beginning of this year. Like I think it was around March is when I read City of Bones. And I literally like read City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass. And then I read Clockwork Prince or Clockwork Angel. And then I read City of Fallen Angels. And then I read Clockwork Prince. And then I started this, and I think I just needed a break because I like read so much of that series so quickly, and I think I just needed a break. Now I feel more into the world. I don't feel as bored, and I don't think this will be that difficult to get through now that I'm actually sitting down to read it. If you hear a baby crying, I'm watching The Office, and once again I have not paused my show, so I'm thinking that was the big problem that I was having. So I hope that that problem's over, that I took a really big break from it. I mean, it's December now, and I don't think I've read a whole book probably since the beginning of the summer, and it might even have been before that, so I can't even remember. After this book, I get to finish the Infernal Devices trilogy, and I'm so excited about that, so I'll get to read Clockwork Princess. And I know that book is going to emotionally destroy me. I can feel it. And then after that, I don't know if I read the Bane Chronicles. I can't remember the publication order. I'll let y'all know what I read after the city, or after Clockwork Princess. I kind of like don't even want to read the Tales of the Shadowhunter Chronicles or the Bane Chronicles. I don't want to read either of those, to be honest. Like, I just want to go like straight to the Dark Artifice series and finish the Mortal Instrument series. Everybody says to do publication order, so I'll do it and hopefully I enjoy it. If I'm not enjoying them though, I'm not going to read them. Like, if I find that I'm not enjoying them, I'll like put them down, not DNF them, but just put them down until I am done reading the Dark Artifices. But I'm not going to sit there and torture myself and make myself hate the book because I want so badly to read the Dark Artifices, because that's like something I'm dying to read. So also, I want to tell you guys that over the break, when I'm done with finals, I really want to try to read the Mistborn trilogy. I want to try to get more into the Throne of Glass series. The Throne of Glass series, for me, I don't think I'm as fascinated as everybody else is. I think that I like it, like it's okay, but I'm not like obsessed. Like, there's so many other series, like the Illuminae Files series, Stalking Jack the Ripper series, the Queen's Thief series, like that I've just been so obsessed with. Even like the Shadowhunter Chronicles, like so obsessed with. And this series, the Throne of Glass series, I'm just not super obsessed with, but I like it a lot. I'm just not, I just feel like I don't love it as much as everybody else does, but I really do like it. Like, I'm not saying I don't, because I do, but I definitely don't feel like I love it as much as every other person does, or everybody else. I just feel like it's, I don't know if it's the expectations too that I had for it, and I don't know, and I always forget what happens at the end of those books for some reason. Like, every time I go to pick up the next book, like I tried to pick up Air of Fire the other day, and I was like, what the hell happened at the end of Crown of Midnight? Like, what the hell happened? Like, I don't remember anything. I'm gonna try to like read somewhere, like, or Google it, like what happened at the end of Crown of Midnight, so I can get like a refresher in my brain. I do want to get more into that. I want to at least read Air of Fire and Queen of Shadows over the break. And as for Shadowhunters, I am hoping to finish the Infernal Devices series over the Christmas break. I think I'll be able to do that. And then I at least want to get the Mistborn trilogy started. Like, I at least want to read the first book over the break. And oh my god, I also need to read Shadow and Bone. One of my most big disappointments in myself this year is that I did not get to the Six of Crows duology. It is because I have not picked up Shadow and Bone, and for some reason it's not that I don't want to pick up Shadow and Bone, but it's like when I go to do it, I'm just like, I don't want to read this. But I do want to read it. But every time I go to read it, I'm like, I don't want to do this right now. So then I end up putting it back and picking something else up, and I just need to sit down one day and just read the damn book. This is the thing. I've read the prologue a million times. I've read that prologue a bajillion gazillion times, and I need to just like stop. I need to just like go to chapter 1, because that's like a big problem, is I don't want to read the prologue again, but I feel like I need to refresh my brain. So many problems, so many reading problems. I'm gonna continue with this, and I will update y'all when I get to the halfway point. And yeah, so I will update y'all later. Bye. Hey y'all, so it is a little while later. I think it's like 11 something right now. I'm in my bedroom, and I did not get to the halfway point of City of Lost Souls, and I don't know if I'm going to continue with this tonight, or if I'm going to switch to another book, because honestly, I'm just kind of tired of it. I'm on page 222, and it's fine, but it like slowed down again. It picked up for a little bit, and now it's just kind of slowed down. So that's what's annoying me about this, is that it just kind of, it just gets so slow. It just has these parts where it's just so info dumpy, and also parts that I feel like could have been edited out of the book. Like, this book is unnecessarily long. It's 534 pages, and I feel like that is so unnecessary, because there's definitely parts in here that I think could be not in there, basically. I'm enjoying reading about the characters. There's like 3 different scenes going on right now. So like there's Jason Clary, like just right now where I'm at in the book, and then there's like Magnus, Alec, Isabel, Simon, Jocelyn, like all at Magnus's house, and then there's Maya and Jordan. I think that's how you say her name. They have their own little thing going on right now. So all those scenes are happening, and like, honestly, there's not really one that I'm interested in right now. Like, they're all just kind of at a bland point, like where they're not doing anything. Like, the people at the house, like all, like Magnus and all of them, are just sitting at a dinner table talking about nothing really. Jocelyn left, and now they're talking about nothing. And Maya and Jordan are making out in his bed, and Jace and Clary are on this really boring date. And I'm just kind of like, and there, nothing's happening. Like, normally I like Jace and Clary scenes, and I look forward to them, but there's literally nothing happening. They're literally talking about nothing right now. And I'm just kind of like, is any of this necessary? Like, could we skip ahead to some stuff? Like, it's just annoying me. And so I took a break from reading and to watch some YouTube videos, and I'm watching Emily Fox's video of her reading Throne of Glass for the first time. And I know this is Air of Fire, but this is the book I'm on. And so many of the things she's saying in that vlog is my feelings about the book. And I could never explain really why I haven't really gotten into Throne of Glass so far. I gave the last book a 5 out of 5 stars, but right now I can't remember why I did. I feel like the ending was just really good. And this is why sometimes I don't feel like it's good to rate a book right after you're done reading it, because sometimes the ending can be amazing. And then you're kind of like, was it that good though? Like, was it? And then you're just, I don't know. All the things she's saying, like about Selena especially, how she's like, she's just, Selena, like, I'm just gonna keep it real. She's a bitch. She's rude. She's unlikable. She's cocky. She doesn't like any other women, basically. Like, which is so annoying. And she basically is like, I'm not like other girls. Like, it's just the most annoying things ever. Like, all the tropes that she points out are so true. And then there's so many other things about her that are just annoying. And she like says how much of a badass she is, but she honestly doesn't do anything. She does nothing. I have not been impressed by her so far. Like, Sarah J. Maas builds this character up to be this amazing like assassin, and she doesn't do anything. And you're just like, when is she gonna do something? So I keep waiting in these books, like, and I'm on the 3rd one, and I'm waiting for her to do something extraordinary that makes her as extraordinary as she claims to be, and it hasn't happened yet. Like, she's average to me. And like, another thing that Emily says is like, it's just so like hyped up in the booktube world, like, that it's almost impossible to meet those expectations, because honestly it is. And I was just expecting so much more from it, and none of the men so far, Cale or the prince, who I can't even remember his name. I'm gonna be real, I cannot remember his name right now. They don't interest me. I'm not interested in any of them. I even say in the vlog where I read Throne of Glass for the first time that I don't care who she ends up with, because I don't care about any of those 2 characters. Like, I don't care what happens. That's not good. Normally when there's a love triangle, I either really want her to be with one person, or I don't care. Like the Infernal Device is a good example of this. I don't care who Tessa ends up with in that scenario, whether it be Jim or whether it be Will, because I love both of them. That's a different scenario. Like, when you don't care who they end up because you love the characters that much, and because they're both just such good guys that you really don't care who she ends up with, that I don't mind. But this, I just don't care, because I just don't care, because I don't care for any of them. I don't even care for her. So, like, sometimes I like her, sometimes she does things that make me be like, okay, yeah, she's okay. But then other times I'm like, oh my God, I can't stand you. Like, you're so rude. Like, even just this first chapter that I'm reading in Air of Fire, she is so damn rude. Like, she's just annoying. Like, look at her ass. She just looks mean. I don't mind reading about unlikable characters, but it's almost to the point where you're like, are you the villain or are you the hero? Because you're acting like a villain. You're evil as shit. And then Emily also says how she like describes these women and why she doesn't trust women and why she doesn't like women. And she like says the characteristics about women that she doesn't like, but all those characteristics are exactly her personality. And it's just really fucking annoying. And I don't know. Part of me like has not wanted to continue with the series, but I literally have the entire series on my bookshelf, which is my fault, because you should not do that. But I just feel like I want to give it a chance, because I do like the series. When I say I like it, like the plot interests me, like the politics of it, you know what I mean, like the magic system, the world, the politics, all of that interests me. I care about that. But like the romance and stuff, I could do without it. Like, honestly, like I don't care. When the romance stuff happens in the book, I'm just like, honestly, like I could not give a shit less about this. It's annoying how much I couldn't care about it. And it, like, normally when there's romance in the novels, I care a little bit. Like, a lot of times romance annoys me. I actually really like it when there's not a romance in a fantasy. Like Victoria Schwab books, I love her books because there's generally not a romance. And if there is a romance, it's like it's not like really strong like it is in The Throne of Glass and The Mortal Instruments and everything. And I really like that about her books. So I don't mind when there's not a romance, but there's some people who really like romance in their book and have to have it. And I get that, but like, some of these are just too far. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just bitching and moaning. But I do care, and I am gonna read this. I'm gonna read Air of Fire because I do want to find out like what happens, and people seem to really be liking the conclusion to this series. So, I mean, and it's finished, which I love. I'm glad it's finished because it gives me less anxiety to read a series when it's finished, because I don't have to like wait for the next book to come out, and that really helps. I just wanted to vent about that. But I definitely think I'm going to put City of Lost Souls down for the night. And I have a bunch of books here. I have Wonderstruck that I could read. I have My Sister Rosa that I need to read. I have The King of Atolia, which I'm thinking about picking up because there's not, like, there is romance in this, but it's not very strong. Like, it's like tolerable, and I actually like the romance in it. It's a nice trope. So I love the series so much. Like, honestly, it's my favorite thing in life right now. So I want to read The King of Atolia, and I also have the Kiss Quotient that I could pick back up. And I have Beautiful Player over here. Like, I have this stack of books right here that I could read because it's a lot, and because I generally read those right before I go to bed. I don't know what I'm gonna pick up, because part of me also wants to pick up a really creepy book. And tomorrow, when I wake up, I've got to study and do my 2 assignments, and then tomorrow night I'm going to pleasure read. Don't think I have anything else to say. And I am going to end this vlog because this day is over. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and I will just see y'all tomorrow. Like this video if you want to, and subscribe if you want to hear more about my bitching and moaning of books. I will just see y'all tomorrow. Bye!